Hey y'all, it's Kim from Kim Dixon Creative, and it's time for another Oh So Inspired collaboration. And on the screen you can see all of the members of the collaboration team for 2023. They'll be listed in the description box below, and we would love for you to follow them as well. This month's collaboration inspiration comes from Carol H. on Instagram. You can find her at c.an.h. I'll also leave a link in the description box below. Our hashtag this month is hashtag OSIC July 2023. And we hope that we inspire you to play along with us. If you do, use the hashtag I was oh so inspired and tag us so that we can see the creations that you make. We love to watch and see if we've inspired anyone. When I saw the inspiration piece, I immediately knew that I wanted to try to create a masculine birthday card. Those are sometimes hard for me to do, and so that inspired me and challenged me to try to create a masculine birthday card. I was also a little bit inspired by a new purchase at our house. My husband has wanted a Jeep for some time, and we finally made that decision and bought a used Jeep for him. And so this card is also inspired by his new toy. So there you see on the screen, I've stamped out that Jeep. Never mind the background in the top left, but I stamped out that Jeep and I colored it a lot like the one that he drives, and fussy cut it out. That was a very easy image to fussy cut out. And that image came from a stamp set from Maymay Made It. And that stamp set is called, I knew I would forget the name of the stamp set. It's called Go Tell. And then I'm using, and like I say, I fussy cut that out. Then I took the stamp set also from Maymay Made It called Church in the Pines, and I'm using the tree stamps that are on that stamp set. So what I did on the largest one, I took my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink and just did a row of black trees in the background. That is just to kind of make you feel like they're in the distance. And so I used the black and just stamped a few across there. Then I'm going to come in with that same tree. There's 3 sizes of trees in that stamp set. So these are the largest of the trees. This is the largest of the trees. And I stamped that row in black. Then I'm going to come back in with VersaFine Clair Morning Mist. It's a gray color. So I'm going to stamp that same tree in a little row using that Morning Mist. And that, my goal there was to give it some dimension to look like there were, you were sitting in front of a forest of trees. I got a little carried away. You'll see in a minute. This video should actually be titled How Not to Make a Card. It's been a little bit since I've been in the craft room, and it's like I'm starting over again. So you can see there, I'm really stamping that thing down really hard. I'm using way too much force. There's no point in that. Ink that stamp up good, sit it down, press a little bit, and move on. But that's not what I did. So then once I got that done, I got the mid-size tree, and I'm using VersaFine Clair Rainforest. It's a little dark green, and so that gives you, it's bringing you closer, plus it's a smaller tree, and I'm bringing it down the page, so it's going to kind of, at least my goal is for it to make it look like these trees are a little bit closer to my focal point once I put my focal point there. Now I've taken the smallest tree and I'm using VersaFine Clair Shady Lane to stamp across there. Now this is where I feel like I kind of got carried away. I felt like there was too much open space when I was stamping, but going back and rewatching the video, I feel like I should have kind of just put a few on there and left well enough alone. I think it still kind of turned out okay. It's just that some of those that I stamped, because I did go a little nuts with it, it ends up looking more like grass than trees, but that's okay too. So I'm going to cut this panel down to 4 by 5 1/4, so that it'll fit on the front of an A2 size card. And I do want a little bit of a border there as well. Please excuse me, I have a summer cold, and so I'm fighting that a little bit today as I'm recording this. And so I know I sound froggy, and I'm clearing my throat and coughing, and I do apologize. You love your grandchildren. We had the boys a couple of days ago, and one of them had the sniffles, and so Grammy got the sniffles too, but I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. So you can see I have taken some foam tape, and I'm going to prop up my Jeep on the front of this. I wanted to give it a little bit of dimension there. You know me, I'm going to put some foam tape somewhere on it, so may as well be on the Jeep, right? And I'm just going to put that Jeep right there. He's not really in the middle, but it's not centered, and I did that on purpose. So now I'm going to take some glossy accents, and this is mistake number 493, but I went ahead and did my glossy accents on the windows. What I should have done is stamped my sentiment, glued it to my card base, and then did the glossy accents so I could just leave it alone. But no, there's why. So I go and I get this stamp set from Maymay Made It called Birthday Bash, because it's got some good little birthday sentiments on it. And so you want to see where you want it to go, so you're holding it over your card base, and you're, with the acetate still on it, and to see which one and where you want it to go. And if I didn't stick that right down in the middle of that glossy accents, I'm not sitting here. And so, yeah, that was fun. But I did realize, hey, you need to put that sentiment stamp way down on your stamp block so you don't get into the glossy accents again. So I did, off camera, touch up my little glossy accents because it did make a mess. And I've got this little sentiment. It just says happy birthday up there in the top left. And, basically that's our card. I'm going to glue this down to a Kraft A2 top folding landscape card base, and that's really all I'm going to do to it. No bling, obviously, because it's a masculine card. The only shiny is the glossy accents, and then put a little dimension on the front of the card by propping up my Jeep there. And that's really all there is to the card. I really hope that you enjoyed this card. I hope it inspires you. If it did, make sure you use the hashtag #IWasOhSoInspired, and that way we can see your creations. And I'm going to fiddle with this card base because it's not straight, and it's going to drive me nuts for a little bit. But I get it fixed. So anyway, I do hope that this inspired you, and I hope that you follow along on the hop. If some of the hop participants are new to you, subscribe to their channels and like their videos. Thanks for stopping by today. If you're not already a subscriber to my channel, I would be so honored if you would do so. And hit the little bell icon so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Until then, here are a couple of my videos from the past that might inspire you. Thanks again. Bye.